What's up, everybody? Welcome to downtown Nashville for the first time ever. Natalee Albertson on the program. What's up, Natalee?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. It doesn't get much better than this. You guys are big country music folk, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, B&B Lawn Care back on the program, friend of the show.
You got to show my cowboy hat.
Yeah, you got
Custom made.
Is that a Sutton project?
Oh, yeah.
I have one too. I just didn't wear it today.
Yeah, that's cool. And nice shirt. What's the story here?
Well, I had a nice little, I pulled out my inner Paul Jameson and had a nice collared shirt on. And then I was actually done with my coffee, trying to get all, I had 4 shots of espresso trying to get all pumped up.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, ready to go.
4 shots?
Yeah.
That's a lot of caffeine,
Is
dude.
it? Yeah, that's why my heart hurt. I wondered why.
Dude, that's like straight up dangerous.
Really?
Yeah, there's a limit of caffeine that could kill you.
Oh, well, I was jazzed up and here I am. But
yeah,
I was just finished. We were talking and Jeff Joyner said, "Hey, you're spilling coffee all over yourself. Like it gets stuck in the lid, you know?" And so I had to rip the shirt off and couldn't make it back in time. So
it's all good.
We're repping the white shirt.
Yeah, there you go. So we are here, guys, at the Together in the Trades event. Caleb and Brittany, Auman, Brian and Liz Fullerton. Thank you to them for giving us the time and space to podcast here from the lobby. We're on the conclusion of our summer road tour. And so I went to Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, interviewing folks. So thank you to our friends at Echo, pardon me. I got all these tours. I get the sponsors mixed up. This tour is sponsored by Echo, Company Cam, and Ballard Products. So you work with Ballard Products, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome.
So thank you to our sponsors of this tour, as well as today's show sponsor, Jobber. That's the CRM that I use to run my business. I was just talking to a guy, Blake Hawthorne, actually. It's his turf.
Yep.
He uses a pen and paper to run his business. And I thought he was joking with me. I was like, Blake, you're kidding. He's like, no, there's a more efficient way to do it. With the CRM, you can get your customers' information in there. You can get their cards on file. And it's a really seamless way to be more efficient and save hours a week, and you add the cumulative average of that over months and years. It's the efficient way to go. So thanks to our friends at Jobber for sponsoring today's program. You guys can check them out for free for 14 days. GetJobber.com/Paul. So we're going to hear a quick word from today's tour sponsors, and coming up, Natalee, Blake going to share with us what's going on at B&B Lawn Care. Alrighty, guys, we are back here from downtown Nashville. You guys come here a lot, don't you?
We've been here once.
And that was recently, right?
Well, we drove through Nashville.
We drive through
I saw
a
you
lot.
tag Dave Ramsey, so I didn't know where you were coming from.
Yeah, we just saw it on the highway, but
what highway was it? 40, 64?
The highway to Florida. That's all I know.
65?
I think it was 65.
65.
That sounds right, yeah.
Okay. We're back, guys. My battery died. Excellence in broadcasting here from downtown Nashville.
So the first winter going in, I think that hot water heater went out. I don't know. Don't hold me accountable to the months, but we went into winter, and I thought we had enough saved, and it was a long winter, so that was another pivotal point in our relationship that we're like, we're not going to do this. We're not going to just have, even though we have a seasonal business, we're not just going to be like, hey, we're winning in the springtime, and then the winters are super long and we're down and stressing for money, so now in the springtime, summertime, all the time, though we have a bigger influx of money coming in the springtime, we don't just like live this crazy life in the springtime and then hunker down in the wintertime, so it's just all kind of leveled out where in the springtime we're making a lot more money, but we're just keeping it away for winter.
Yeah, go ahead with Natalee.
I feel like this winter was our first winter where we lived a normal, like through spring and winter, it just continued on and we didn't change anything in the winter. Yep.
Like probably January and February for my lawn care business, it's like nothing happening, like maybe a snowfall here and there, but we haven't been getting a ton of snow the last couple winters. We offset that 2 ways. One, finding multiple streams of income. We do a lot of stuff on social media, hoping to invest in real estate, which will bring in income, on a continual basis. So that helps a lot. But even if you're still just running a seasonal business, when that money comes in the springtime, that first check, you need to be putting some of that away for wintertime.
How much do you put away? Do you have like a separate checking account or saving account, or how do you do that?
Yeah, like a separate savings account, or you can do it. I did it for years, just saving actual cash.
Oh, wow.
Like
cut that grass and make that cash.
Yeah, like it's good to visually see it. But yeah, then once you have it figured out, find something to do in the wintertime. Find other ways to bring in money, and now like the opportunities are endless.
Yeah, well, social media is a side hustle that's low-hanging fruit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So how's that going for you? I remember I tell Blake all the time. I remember watching his video. He's down playing pool. He's a kid. Natalee's nowhere near the equation yet, and you're making these videos, and now it's actually bringing an income to your family now years later.
I think the craziest thing is nobody on the outside of social media understands social media. So like all winter we're sitting around and people are like, what are you doing? Why aren't you working? And it's like, no, Blake works every single day. It's just different.
Because I'm the lawn guy, if I'm not out cutting grass, people are like, how do you just sit around all day? I'm like, because I can make money on my phone. You know, like it's just a different type of thing. And we did that because it is a seasonal business, you know, and I happened to just fall into it. It's not like I had this master plan that I was going to make money on it, but everybody can do it. I mean, look how many people do it here.
Yeah. And I was talking with the Lawn Tools 2 days ago. I was at their golf course house place, and he's an eye doctor full time, and he does social media as a side hustle, but he puts so much effort into it. It's only a 15 second video. Right, on TikTok. But what goes into 15 seconds that you watch on TikTok and you're like, oh, good, I like it. You know, this is hours of planning. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the camera here. I'm going to have this song. I'm going to do this. And it's like, it's way more than just turning on your camera and spontaneously doing something.
His videos are awesome.
Yeah,
I talked to him. I think I met him. I don't. Was
they were at the Toro
was
event.
was that before GIE?
Yeah, that was in like September when we were at Top Golf, and I didn't know who these guys were. And Blake's like, the guys from TikTok.
Dude, we're all like, dude. At that time, they were just popping off on TikTok. I'm like, bro, we need to go talk to them. You know, like
me and Naylor's over there whiffing his golf shots, and Blake's like all serious, and I don't know who they are. You know, I thought it was the CEO of Toro came or something. Blake's reverencing these guys, and rightfully so.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm an obstetrician, or however you say it. I'm like, oh, what's that? He's like, you see those things on your face?
Optometrist?
I don't. What
did you call it? I don't know.
Obstetrician, whateron it is. He'll correct us. He's an eye doctor, and he's like, yeah, that's what I do. And they make these awesome videos, I guess, on their property.
Yeah, so they have 18 acres. I was just there, and we're gonna have on YouTube. I did like I don't want to call it a shop tour. It's like a golf course tour. They do have a shop with all these mowers. Toro actually hooked them up with some sweet cylinder mowers, the real mowers. So they spin like the mowers you all use.
Yep.
And I can't keep track of Blake. One day it's an X Mark showing up. One day it's a Cub Cadet. I was like, good Lord. You know, but I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a congratulations.
Thank you.
But your mower spins like this.
Right.
The rotary. Their mowers spin, you know, cylinder wise. So anyway, I did a video of their 18 acres. They built a golf course. It's like 400-yard holes. Like you have to hit a driver to get to like $150, and they have like the white stakes for 150, then a red stake for 100. They have all kind of holes. So they have different tee boxes that all goes to the same green. They have 2 greens, but then they have different tees and fairways and everything.
Awesome.
Yeah, and they have Husqvarna sent them a mower that cuts the fairways like automatically, robotic mower.
Really?
Yeah. And
is it a smaller one or?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And then it goes all day, and then they reel mow the greens. And it was like the putting greens are just like you're going to a golf course. They use the same mower. It's really nice. But when I was hanging out with them, I was like, hey, I didn't drive all the way across the country to not get a viral video. He's like, I guarantee you, this millions of views. And he wasn't joking. He's like, I guarantee I'll get you a viral video. And then he started giving me tips. He's like, you know, you have to, when you make the video, do something in the video that's going to make people comment. So like screw up on purpose. So like he might not want me to share all these stories, but he'll intentionally, I don't want to get myself in trouble. What I'm trying to say is he creates, even though it's 15 seconds, he's thinking, how can I get someone to watch the whole 15 seconds? And going back to what you said, you know, it takes a lot of time.
I'm like nothing on TikTok, and I do that with moms. I like post something I know moms don't like and get comments on it.
Yeah, what's your handle, Natalee?
Twin Mom BB.
Okay, I'm going to follow you today.
I just post videos of my kids, but I do the same thing. If there's something I know moms don't like, then I do it, and I get comments.
You think lawn TikTok's big? Mom TikTok
is huge.
Huge.
Really?
Millions.
I only have like 25,000 followers, but I mean, people comment on my videos, and I get a lot of hate. And I'm like, well, for what?
Wow.
Well, I don't know.
It's big, and I get what you're saying about like messing up. It's a strategy. It's because I do it, and I'm not even meaning to. Like if I mess up, you know, people are like commenting, hey, I can't believe you would do that, or maybe I have a way of doing things that they do it differently.
Yeah, Jason Creole he's such a wholesome, pure, innocent guy. And so I filmed him mowing, and apparently his stripe wasn't perfectly straight. It was like all crooked, looked like a curve, you know what I mean? But people were just drilling him. Like this guy, and the mower deck wasn't covering enough. Now I didn't intentionally say, hey, make the stripe off. And how much of let me ask you this, because these people are in my comments, how much of the mower deck should be on the uncut grass? How much of it should overlay into the grass you already cut? What's the right way to do it? Because these jokers in the peanut gallery, they seem to say we're doing it wrong. Or Jason's doing it wrong. I'm just the filming guy.
Okay, so, and he was mowing like crazy tall grass, right?
Very tall grass.
So the strategy's like different. I did 1 yard that was super tall this year. We mostly just do weekly maintenance, right? So we're trying to.
That was the Cub Cadet video.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a cool experience. So my strategy there had nothing to do with stripes. I was just going in circles, just trying to cut the grass and then deal with all the grass that was laying on top. But on our weekly properties, we're trying to stripe them up super nice. So we just butt. If you guys are on YouTube here, this is a tire track that I just went over. I'm trying to just line up the back tires perfectly parallel. Okay, so most of the commercial decks have a little bit of layover past the tires.
Oh, okay.
So because on some like a residential mower, sometimes if you do that and you're trying to stripe, you'll leave mohawks. We call them mohawks, just a thin little strip of uncut grass. And that just means that mower deck doesn't hang farther than the tires. So you can't really stripe with that. Then you would have to cross over. And that's kind of like the homeowner version, is they just kind of go over the old tire tracks and then they wonder why they don't get the stripes.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick obscene profit timeout and thank today's show sponsors. Got to pay the bills around here. Mr. Producer ain't cheap, man. And we got more people joining our team. So it's exciting. We're growing. Blake mentioned our little movie thing here. Yeah. Budget's getting bigger, guys. So Mr. Producer, we're going to kick it back to you in the ATL. And coming up, we'll have more with Natalee, her first time on the program, and Blake. We'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, we are back here, upstage, party bus driving by.
Man, they have like...
Lady in the white shirt's getting it in, boy.
They have like moving lights like they have at a concert in that bus.
Yeah, it's a little too early to be dancing like that,
What
man.
time is it? Like, oh my gosh.
No B-roll on that one, Mr. Producer. I think you two plague us, boy. We are in Nashville, Tennessee. It's getting crazy here. I wanted to ask you, Nat, what's next for the family and goals for the future? I know you got the house, you got the twins, the business is booming. What's kind of the next couple chapters you guys are writing?
It just kind of depends on the kids. Right now, we're trying to maybe get them into some little sports, soccer. I really want to get them into bull riding. It's called mutton busing. They ride sheep to start. They can start when they're 4 and they're 2.5. So I'm like wanting to get them into that, raise a little cowboy. I don't know.
Swim lessons.
Swim lessons. Yeah, we're starting swim lessons actually next week. So I'm hoping they learn how to swim pretty fast. Other than that, we really want, our biggest goal right now is some land so that the kids can just run through fields and chase butterflies, and our dog can run with them. So
yeah, their new thing is we go at night. We have it's like a park, and then they have trails and all that, just like open land, and they go through and catch bugs
butterflies
and lightning bugs.
They love bugs now.
How do they catch the butterfly? They actually catch it?
Not the lightning bugs. They catch lightning bugs. And Brittany really jumps, and it's very cute. So.
Wow. So where's their land? You all in Grandview?
We live in Kansas City.
Kansas City?
Yep.
I thought you live in Grandview.
It's called Liberty. Where we live is Liberty.
Yeah, okay. Grandview's I think like 30-40 minutes
away. Pardon me.
Grandview's south of us. We want to move.
Liberty. I remember. I was at your house. I just forgot the city names.
That's okay. We live north. We want to move 15 minutes north of us.
And there's more land out there and less people?
Yeah.
It's just, there's a property right now. How many? 9 acres?
It's 9 acres and it's $975,000. And there's nothing on it. There's not even a fence. It's just the land. It's almost
for $1 million.
$1 million, yeah.
I mean, and you'd have to run power, water.
Yeah, there's nothing on it.
I mean, that's $2 million to get a shop, a house, and run all the. It's just it's you got to go out a little bit of ways because our area is just booming with neighborhoods. Yeah. A neighborhood, you sell off all those lots, you're going to make a lot more money than you are one person owning, the 9 acres.
What's the plan? Have you found land that's not $975,000 or?
We haven't found. We look every day. If anything ever comes across, I show Blake. I'm like, oh, look at this. This is nice.
What app or program do you use to look at this stuff?
Zillow. Or it pops up on Facebook. I'm talking about it right now. I'm sure I'll get an ad later today on Facebook.
There's like a realtor in our area that just does like land.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what they're called, but
I don't either. But yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, the kids are 2.5, so they're getting older. So trying to actually like take them out and do things with them and not just sit at home all day. So we do a lot of that.
yeah, it's like as they get older, it's such a wacky thing. Like, because now they love going to the pool.
Me too.
It's
It's scary for us because they don't know how to swim.
your attention has to be totally on the kids not drowning.
Right.
You know, so just little things like that, man. Like, just trying to build in a way that keeps my family still away. Like, we're not trying to over leverage ourselves at any point that are going to put our family at risk. You know, because I think that's so important, and that's what I talked about today. Like a huge emergency fund that it's probably not necessary, but it makes us sleep better.
I heard Dave Ramsey say that you women have a security gland, like a chunk of pile of money in the bank. What's that do to you emotionally, peacefully? Because us men, we could, we'll just go make more money. Like we're risk takers, you know what I mean? Not that we don't want to say, but we're wired, we're confident that we could go make something happen. If worst case scenario, we could get out of it.
Sure.
That's how men think, or at least entrepreneur men. How do women think?
I will say when Blake broke his wrist and couldn't work and not by choice, I mean, the doctor literally told you do not work, and not having employees, but knowing that we had a good chunk of money that if something were to happen, we would be good. It feels good. Like our fridge and dishwasher went out while we were out of town, and to go home and just be able to go and buy the fridge.
Both the fridge and the dishwasher?
Yes.
Those are separate.
Totally separate.
Yeah, totally separate. Both went out in the same week.
But that tends to happen because most people install all at the same time. So like once one goes out, like they all go out.
Blake was all frustrated that they both went out. I was like, well, they probably bought them all at the same time. So like it makes sense that everything's going out.
Yeah. What brand was it?
It was Whirlpool. We bought LG.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it.
Don't buy Samsung.
Yeah, don't buy Samsung.
All right.
They don't have good ice makers. But yeah, I mean, it feels good to know that like we're on the right track to always feel financially safe.
I know it sounds dorky, but financially free, it doesn't necessarily mean you got everything figured out or you're where you are. Like, I'm not satisfied ever, and it's just my personality. I never have been, and I don't think ever will be. But I'm not stressed financially, you know, which helps us raise our kids better. You know, the talk around the table isn't like, how are we going to make mortgage payments next month?
Something I've always told Blake ever since I told him I wanted kids was I don't ever want to have to tell my kids, no, I can't afford that. And like, it feels good to not ever like go to the store, and if they want to pick out a little toy, then they can pick out a little toy and we can go home with it. Like it's nice to just never have to say, oh no, we can't afford that.
Yeah, growing up go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, growing up, that was kind of not how it was for me, but like I would hear that sometimes, and so to not have to tell my kids that makes me feel good.
Yeah, totally. I remember growing up, my mom would only we would drink milk. She'd only pour the glass half. Like I couldn't get a full glass of milk. And I had siblings and, you know, financial hardships and things of that nature. And it's like, I just remember as a kid, I'm like, well, you know, if I go to my friend's house and I ask for a drink, you know, I get a full glass. It's full. It's like, you know, but when I come home, it's like, I feel like I didn't like it, you know, and now that I'm older, I hate poverty. Like, you know what I mean? I want to have more than enough. I want to be able to fill my cup up all the way. Yeah. And one day I want to be able to drink, you know, I drink great value. You know what I mean? But Brian drinks this stuff called Essentia. You know what I mean? So one day, people think I drink Essentia because what happened was Brian paid $600 and he bought a whole bunch of water without Liz knowing. And you know, on Amazon, you pick the address. So he picked my address. And they brought me $600 worth of Essentia. I think when I came to your house, we had it.
Your whole trunk was full.
But these jokers, Brian thought it'd be funny to have like my door covered and like that's so many boxes and pallets of water. Whoever delivered it, Amazon, UPS, FedEx, DHL, I don't know who it was. They're like, I'm not carrying these pallets up these stairs. So they just left it there. And anyway, they left the water, the leasing office place, and I had to go get it and carry it up myself. And I'm thinking Brian's
your workout for the day, I guess.
For the week, man. That was heavy. But anyway, that's why I was drinking Essentia back in 2020 because Brian bought it.
That's awesome.
But you know what? I don't want to drink Great Value for the rest of my life. I want to drink Essentia one day.
Yeah, I think in today's world, not necessarily in the entrepreneur space, because we are the limit of how much money we can make or bring home, but it's almost frowned upon to talk about like, I want to be successful. I don't want my family to go through that. People are, the average American or consumer, they're like, you're wrong for that. And you're almost shamed for saying something like that if people aren't in that position. But it's just like a healthy, like we make sacrifices to not worry about that. Like we could upgrade our lifestyle right now, but we just don't. We have some nice things or whatever, but we're planning for the future.
It feels better to be able to do those things, not to do those things every day, if that makes sense.
Contentment.
I saw this quote that said, wealth is the ability to buy anything, but not buying everything. The guy in the back of the room that has 400 acres and investment properties wearing blue jeans versus the guy that comes in wearing Gucci, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I travel a lot and I go to job sites, construction sites, and like it amazes me, like the multi-millionaire, he'll just have a regular F-150. It's like a 2012, it can get you to point A to point B, but it's not they live well below their means, but their bank accounts got way more zeros than the guys working for them, and those guys got a brand new truck on payments and they're barely making it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they had to make that sacrifice. Like, hey, let's just keep driving this truck, and let's put our money somewhere that will make us more money, So it's just like a mindset shift. And it is like I joked about Natalee sending me the links to a new Escalade, and it
Which
looks
I do. I love
them. It looks awesome.
But I know the kids are going to get in it, pour their pretzels out, crumbs everywhere, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and like, could we swing it? Yeah, probably. But like, we would be doing the opposite. We would be sacrificing our future for a car.
You're driving through Kansas City and see a fresh Escalade and the license plate is B&B Lawn Care.
Yeah, if you see that, just know we gave up on our investment property.
Oh man, just honk and wave.
Yep, honk and wave.
So it's just something we think about, and like, it's gonna change. Not everybody thinks like that. Not everybody cares. But I want my kids to grow up in an environment that we're not worried about things like that.
It's always nice to be at these events and be around people that believe the same things as us, because when we're at home and we're talking about this stuff, our family's just looking at us like, what are you guys talking about? And nobody, I think I said that earlier, nobody understands it unless you're doing it. So it's nice to be around people that understand your goals and dreams and what you want. It's nice it's refreshing.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people that just work a job, they dedicated their whole life to the education behind it, and maybe they get there and 5 years in, they're like, I don't like it. But you're kind of stuck. Like, there's really kind of nowhere to go. Business owners, like, if I don't like mowing tomorrow, I'll go do fertilizing or go do hardscaping or go do landscaping, find something that I do like. Yeah. I think it's awesome though.
It's nice. I tried the whole job thing in the company, and I thought that the company loved me, and they did, but not until they changed, and then I got fired like that. And I went to work several times in ice storms while I was pregnant, because my boss told me I had to be there, and I was scared to drive, scared to fall. She's like, sorry, everybody else will be here. You will be too.
Yikes.
And that was kind of like a point for me where I was like, yeah, I don't want to work anymore. So I'm very thankful that I get to be home. And
I couldn't do it. I couldn't work for a company like a big corporation like that, because it's like you got to scan your ID card for anybody to know who you are.
Yeah, well, even like in social media, we work with companies and big companies, and you kind of see what they're going through with the corporate America, and they're just doing their job. But like, it's nice owning your own business and being able to call the shots and kind of have somewhat of a control over your business.
Yep.
Well, guys, I really appreciate it. Is there anything we're leaving out that you want to share with the Green Industry Podcast, our friends of the show all around the world?
Probably. Like I said earlier at the speech, I had all this stuff I wanted to say, and then
we rehearsed it last night in our bedroom and forgot half of it.
You get up there and
that's what happened to me. Liz and Brittany 3 times, like, okay, ask everyone who's been married the longest. They told me 3 times, and I got up there, I totally forgot. Talking about how I was shooting my shot in Arkansas, and
it's awesome though. Like, we're all just average people running our lawn care businesses or hardscaping businesses, and I'm a natural introvert. Mm-hmm. Are you? You're very.
I'm teeter-tot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I teeter-tot.
You're a natural introvert, right?
I think so, yeah. I don't like to talk, but I will talk. And if I'm comfortable, then I'm good. But if I'm not, I'm very shy. So I guess, yeah.
I think, what is it? Like, if you're at a social gathering, and extroverts get energy from people.
Oh, yeah.
And introverts kind of, and I've been like that, just kind of like more like in my little corner than I am.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back to the hotel room and edit content. You know what I mean? Everyone's talking and I'm like, trying to drop the social cues. Oh, we'll see. Trying to say something without saying something. Like, let's wrap this up. You know what I mean?
And like Brian's an extrovert for sure.
Yeah, he just goes nonstop. He sat next to me at dinner last night. He loves it. But I love being around people like that. Like Brian believes in prosperity and success and growing his business. Yep. And I want to be around people like that stretch me. You're crushing it on Instagram and TikTok. I want to learn from you. How can I do Instagram better?
We're trying to get you
TikTok?
That Reels play.
We've been trying, guys, since when was that? February?
Yeah.
We're at the Hype House. Natalee, we missed you.
I know. I'll be there next year if
it
happens.
It was a pretty cool house.
Yep.
Anyway, Blake's been trying to help me with Instagram stuff, and it's been so frustrating. It's been months and months, and I don't know how to add them up. I've had over 10 million views this last month.
That's awesome.
But I haven't gotten one penny for it because it's not activated. Not that y'all care, but there's a glitch because it says I'm eligible and it's not connected. So I'm so frustrated, and I've been thinking for weeks. I was like, Blake's going to figure this out. Blake's going to figure this out. Blake's going to figure this out.
Well, the problem is they don't have a number. There's nobody to call.
I called it, and it basically says you're not going to get a human. Go to this support center, and it's frustrating.
You can't get an answer.
Yeah, but you are my answer, Blake. Because you have it working for yours.
I don't know. I tried.
We're gonna keep trying.
Yeah,
we'll get it.
Thank you, guys.
We'll get it.
But anyways, what I was trying to say that story, is like it's healthy for me and for Natalee and to get out there, because like on camera, like I'm by myself, and it's like if I say something bad, I'll just edit it out and nobody will know the difference. But for me, it's like super healthy to get out there and try something new and do something different or do something out of my comfort zone.
I don't know. I was a cheerleader my whole life and on the K crew
that's
and for the Royals, and I don't know. I've always been in front of people, but I don't know. I just get nervous still. I don't know why.
Totally. Well, guys, we appreciate your time. Thanks again to the Aumans and the Fullertons this is a podcaster's dream to get to set up one time for the day and to get to have so much quality in-person content. It's so much better than Blake. You've been doing some podcasting.
Yeah, dude, I need to be more
consistent.
Consistency is key in
all
anything
you gotta
in life.
do is hire Mr. Producer. Everybody that hires Mr. Producer, like I know you have him for intros and stuff. He said maybe you had a new intro or something like that, or maybe that was Jeremiah. I don't know.
Probably Jeremiah.
Everybody that's consistent is the ones that use Mr. Producer, because if you miss a show, he'll kick you to the curb. You know what I mean? So Caleb Auman and Fullerton and Andy Mulder and myself and some others, we all use Mr. Producer, and it keeps us on point.
We're working on that podcast budget here.
I got you. Cut that grass and make that cash, Blake.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, how can people connect with you? Share those TikTok handles. I'm going to follow you, Nat.
Okay.
And then I already follow B&B Lawn Care KC on, is that the handle?
Yep. It's at BB Lawn Care KC, Instagram.
Which has over 65,000 followers. Last I checked. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
That's just scooting up. How many YouTube subs are you at?
38.
Okay. And then TikTok is the biggest one.
Yeah, like 275, I think. 275,000.
You're going to have to hit 1 million one of these days, like Lawn Tools.
Did they?
They're at 1M.
Oh,
wow,
my
that's
goodness.
awesome.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. They're cool guys. That was fun hanging out with them.
Yeah.
And what's your handle?
Twin Mom BB.
Twin Mom BB.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I'll follow you guys. All right, looks like we're getting ready for lunch around here. Thanks again for all the sponsors who made all this possible. Thanks to Brian and Liz. Thanks to Caleb and Brittany. We definitely appreciate you guys. And as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Jobber is this episode's sponsor. If you guys want to get a CRM for your business, but you're like, I don't know. For 14 days, you can try out Jobber for free and just go through it, the dashboard, get a feel for it, and then make a decision. Oh, this. Why didn't I find this sooner? That's getjobber.com/Paul. Again, getjobber.com/Paul. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and we'll grab a bite to eat and enjoy this beautiful day in downtown Nashville, Tennessee.